Hi there, welcome back to another episode of Shredded Cels. I'm your host, Matthew Lunn.
I'm Jeremy Zajac.
I'm Clara Heinberger.
I'm Chris Flake.
And this is episode 15, Sword of the Stranger.
Yay.
Hey, it's better than Sword for Truth.
I like
I would like to remind you that a poke in the eye with a sharp stick is better than Sword for Truth.
That might be true, but still. What were you saying, Clara?
I liked the movie.
Thank you. See, lots of people
It's not that I didn't like it.
The best character was the dog.
As a puppy.
That's all right.
Any puppy is great.
I'm just glad it didn't die.
Yeah.
Because I was so scared that was going to happen.
After the movie ended, I screamed the puppy lived.
Really?
Yes.
Ask him.
Yeah, he did. It was
did?
funny.
Jeremy, all quiet now. You okay?
No.
Is life okay?
Are you okay, Jeremy? No.
He's
Everything's
upset
not
that there
okay.
wasn't a cat named Jiji in it.
No, that's because he is Jiji.
Shut up. See that? I struck a home run.
No.
Running to first base now.
Matt, do you even know what first base looks like?
I don't. It's a square. It is a square.
Well,
it's white.
That's one of the first.
And it is
bases.
on the right side of the field from home plate.
Yes.
So moving on, yes, we watched Sword
of the Stranger.
Oh crap! I'm gonna get that stuck now between the two.
Stopped.
So okay, no. This was a good film. Maybe because you watched it by yourself, you didn't like it.
What?
Again, it's not that I didn't like it. I was
Just nothing. Just
kind of neutral on the whole subject.
What were some things you found not
Neutral.
satisfactory?
Is Naruto better or worse?
that's a joke.
No.
Moving
actually,
on.
So no, yes, Sword of the Stranger. It's a 2006-2007 movie from Studio Bones, the studio that brought us Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Eureka 7.
I keep feeling like they. Now I remember what it was. Full Metal Alchemist. One of the writers for that is I believe he was the lead designer for Genocyber.
Genocide.
I don't know
I
what
have
that
no-
is.
Genocyber.
I don't know.
Nope, I don't know either, Jeremy. Would you fill us in? Some of us newbies.
Are you familiar with Elfen Lied?
Yes.
It's twice as gory as Elfen Lied.
I see.
Oh,
Have you
boy.
seen Elfen Lied?
A little bit of it.
Okay, not the whole thing.
No, like
The
2 years ago I
Pretty-
saw it and I was like, I'm gonna go
I'm trying
watch
to
something
remember
else.
now if he was like the designer or if he was the director of Genocyber. I'm trying to remember because he also worked on Full Metal Alchemist, and sometime between Genocyber and Full Metal Alchemist, he lost his raging hatred for humanity, or at least it toned down a little bit.
What?
Aw, that's no
Raging
fun.
hate.
No
But
fun.
Just watch like 5 or 10 minutes of Genocyber, and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Genocyber. Check it out, folks, wherever you can find it legally and non. What? Did I suggest that? No. Moving on. The point is, Sword of the Stranger. I really love this film. I think it's a lost hidden treasure that not many people know about. I mean, the only reason it's now online is that because stupid Bandai Entertainment decided, oh, we're dead now, so we might as well try to make some profit on ad revenue, so let's put this online. That's with pretty much anything that Bandai owned. It's now online now. Just
Don't they
because...
still do games?
Yeah, Bandai, the game company, but Bandai Entertainment, which was the anime division of the United States, they just basically belly flopped over and they're going out. That's why pretty much all their properties are coming onto streaming sites because they need
Money.
a little bit of money, I guess. They don't want to completely get rid of it, but the point is Bandai Entertainment was a company that ran strictly by the Japanese rules. You know, like when it came to internet streaming, it's like, no, we don't do that. Or, you know, look at Funimation. They've got, like, if you go to their, just type it on Facebook, they've got like 6 million likes. And you try to Google or search Bandai, and it's like, 200. Whoopee. So, no. So, but the point is, I love this movie. It's, in my opinion, it's better than, Ninja Scroll. I think it's a more... it doesn't go into a whole deep plot about, the mysterious, no-name samurai, but it's enough. I mean, I thought that first opening scene is enough for me, at least when I saw the film, it hooked me. It's like, whoa, this is going to get great. Any comments? I mean, the guy opens the door and he's like, "We've got he opens the door to like the House of Thieves, and he's like, "You know what? We've got us a big haul, boys." And then it just,
Everyone dies.
Yes, everyone dies.
All the death.
All the death. That's the point. That's the greatness of this thing.
I missed the beginning.
It was
you
so.
missed the beginning.
Well, it was delightfully bloody.
We were at Gretchen's, and so I was setting up my computer and my phone. My phone was about to die, and I have problems with my phone dying, so I had to charge it.
No, the beginning, if you just like the first 5 minutes, it's just yay. I mean, the only thing I disagree with is how a little bit, and a lot of people sometimes have problems with this, is the switch between the English voices for the Chinese characters and the switch to subtitles with their natural Chinese language.
There weren't subtitles when we watched it,
Yeah,
so we didn't know what they were
watch it with
saying.
subtitles. We had dubbed English, and then we had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But they would randomly switch to a different language. We're like,
Yeah,
we
it was
wish we
Chinese.
could understand.
And they didn't
that.
have that subtitle at all?
No.
Oh, well, on the Blu-ray or on the DVD version as well, that's already they have that like built in onto the picture. Like, so I don't think you can turn it off. It's like part of it, so you know what they're saying. Well,
we're just unfortunate.
Yeah, we missed the whole. Whenever they spoke a different language, we're just like, okay.
All right. It shows
Well,
that they're all from the
apologize
same
then.
place.
I wish you guys would have watched it on the Blu-ray then.
That's fine.
It's okay.
I still enjoy it.
Hey, Blu-ray is better. If it's in HD, I like it in HD. If it's made in HD, then you have to watch it in HD. No excuse.
I don't have to.
You don't have to.
Or you just know I don't care.
You don't care, Jeremy. I'm a media student. I get very emotional.
You're right.
About how I watch stuff.
Emotional.
Emotional.
You're right, and I'm a Philistine, so chill out.
Chill. I will not chill. But the point is, Sword of the Stranger, for those who don't know about it, it's basically a little kid who's going to basically become this sacrifice, who's going to get gag tied, put up on a cross.
He's a puppy.
He does have a puppy.
It's a Shiba.
Main event has a puppy.
The dog.
It
The
lives.
dog is
Continue.
amazing.
Oh, yeah, with the one time, like, he bites the face.
Bites the guy's neck open. It was wonderful. I love dogs.
Even in Princess Mononoke, as long as it has a dog, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the dog's doing. As long as the doggy lives.
As long as the dog lives, that's all that matters.
It's all that matters.
It's a good show. It's a good day. If the dog lives, it's a great day.
If the dog lives, it's just a great day.
If that dog would have died, I would have left the room and not watched the rest of the movie. I would not have stayed for that.
Oh yeah, especially when it got sick and ill and got the poison in it and it started throwing up. And it's like, don't. So, comments about the film. Like, what did you think about? Like, you said you liked the film. Anything that stuck out to you as far as like visually or? Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Chris. Anything that you thought like was super, something that you enjoyed immensely, or not something that made you angry?
Well, I couldn't understand them for a good portion of it because we didn't have the subtitles. And I guess we didn't really expect it either. We watched it on Hulu.
Okay, so for those who want to see this film, I would recommend. Well,
Hulu.
Not Hulu, or probably not streaming.
Hulu had really good quality. It was just we couldn't understand them when they spoke a different language. But most of the time, it was English anyway. So
yeah,
the main story got across regardless of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may have missed like a little bit of backstory, but it wasn't that.
There wasn't too much of a backstory. It was basically just them saying, like. I mean, it helps to know what they're saying, but it wasn't crucial. It's not like, oh, we're going to tell the main secret story of the plot right here in Chinese, and no one's going to know.
Time for a break.
When we were watching it, like, I was thinking, like, oh, it's just showing that they're all from the same place, and so they're all foreigners, and that's, like, the big other side of the story, because they're the Japanese, and then there are these foreigners, and showing that all of them speak this language, it's like saying, oh, hi, we're foreigners. Mm-hmm. So, like, it didn't bother me that much that there weren't subtitles, but I would like to have known what they were saying.
Gotcha. I mean, I will admit the film tried to do, I guess it was that one archer guy who wanted to marry the princess. It started trying to develop a story there when it's like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anyone else saw it.
Oh, yeah, I remember
where it's
that.
like,
and then he shoots the one in the friggin' head and just obliterates the person.
You have like the guy who's training his people with the sword in the dojo or whatnot, and then you had the younger guy in the black ponytail who was like an archer, and he wanted to win the princess's heart and whatnot. And they have their old former master hanging up on a pole with a thing, and it's just like, let's just shoot him, get rid of him. We don't need him.
Don't need him anymore.
I mean, why would you?
No, he wouldn't. Just take
He wasn't
over.
going to do anything. He was just fat, sitting there.
If he got captured, he's not worth it.
Exactly. So,
Although I did really like the fight scenes.
You did.
Oh, they were wonderful.
Yeah, the fight scenes were awesome, especially the last scenes.
Oh yeah, like I love how
scenes.
when he gets blinded, he actually takes the snow and tries to you put it towards his eyes to kind of numb it and stuff.
Yeah.
And also I know we're just talking about the ending now but the ending it's my fave.
Well, the fighting itself was just good, regardless of ending, beginning, middle, doesn't matter.
I mean, some arguments for this film is that it kind of follows the Roroni Pasta Kenshin characteristic of I will not kill anybody with my sword, and Roroni Pasta.
Macaroni Kenshin.
Kenshin.
He was a giant wiener. He
I mean,
doesn't fight the monsters, and he's afraid of everything, so he's not an okay guy.
Hey, I liked the main character. I sort of liked his story. How when he would go from different masters, his name would be changed, and he had the red hair, which he had to dye black because he was treated like a stranger. He was a foreigner and whatnot. And you looked at the Chinese foreign guy. I loved how the Japanese oh, he's got blonde hair and blue eyes. Oh,
It's a demon.
It's a demon. So, or I don't know. I mean, Clara, sorry.
It's okay.
Laura.
I mean, you mentioned that the fight scenes, you really enjoyed the fight scenes. Yeah, they're a bit over, bloody and stuff, but I'm not going to complain.
I'm not complaining. But I mean, I kind of this is a little bit off topic from the fighting scenes, but it made me think of it when you said the red hair. I kind of wish they would have gone more into that. It's like, oh, hi, I have red hair. Okay, that's it. Bye.
Oh, yeah, and then also a little bit with the children that he had to slay
it was
in
just
the past. It was a brief little blip. It's like...
oh, that's why you don't want to kill things, because you had to kill those kids and you didn't want to, and now you're sad about it, so now you're just not going to use your sword.
It's like, could have been a little more
I feel like there's a bigger explanation.
Bigger explanation, just not...
Well, I don't know. I thought of it as completely different, but it kind of makes no sense if I say it. So it's like, what? But I noticed that he tied the sword with the he basically tied it together with the hair tie thing.
Yeah, the hair tie.
Which was his charm. Was just a hair tie.
Yeah, but
he shredded it.
The value, the symbolic value of it, because it was those children, and he had to.
Well, he shredded it when he killed one of the guys.
Yeah, when he ripped it out, it just completely shred open, and he just went
He went ham.
Right.
And he cut him up like ham, diced ham.
Lol.
Diced ham.
I was like, cut him in half, and then he did, and I was like, yeah.
Did anybody find the little boy annoying?
Yeah, his voice was
No.
annoying.
Hey, Jeremy, would you like to talk about how annoying the little boy was?
He was quite annoying.
That's it? That's it?
Jeremy, where did you go?
The problem is with this movie, remember my whole neutrality point I mentioned a little bit earlier? It didn't really sink in when I watched the movie, so honestly, it's just I really have no opinion one way or the other on the movie.
I'm a leaf in the wind.
Don't call me that. I don't plan on dying.
That is the death. That is the death. That is the death dialogue.
What?
Watch Firefly and Serenity, the film.
Oh, both.
And you'll understand.
No.
You'll understand. Watch those two series. Great series. I recommend it, but
Meanwhile, back in anime land.
back in anime land, the Japanese. No.
Have lost the war.
But no, little boy, annoying. Like he always said, well, blimey.
I'm sorry, what was that? How did that go?
Well, it's like, I'm not going to give you my treasure. You'll just run away from it. I bet you're going to poison me. He was just always like, what were you doing in town?
I mean,
He's
he
been by
was
himself
alone
for years.
for 2 years. So, I mean, I think he would be a little...
You go live by yourself,
And
and
this
you
guy-
live with a dog, and you
Yeah.
go find the first person that you find that'll help you save your dog, and you try and stay quiet. I'd like to see that happen.
And the
Matt.
stranger
I really
himself
would.
just appeared out of nowhere. And it's like, oh, I'm just getting your shrine now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do like, that's one thing I do like about the swordsman. He's a bit sarcastic to the boy. It's just like, and the doggy's so kind because he gives him the fish.
Yeah.
And
The
then
dog's
he goes-
kind until he finds somebody he doesn't like, and then he kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either jumps on your face or rips your neck open.
Well, one or the other.
Oh.
Pick
the
your
other.
poison.
Sometimes all the above.
No, No, Doggy was a plus. The annoying child, like,
He's the stereotypical obnoxious anime child.
He was there for the dog. That's why the dog was there.
yeah, that
The
was
dog followed the kid. After that point, kid was gone. And we're like, yeah, no kid.
no kid.
But we still got the dog.
Still got the dog. Let's just tie and gag the child away, and we'll maybe save him at
Just
the end.
stuff him away in a dark, windowless room.
That's the way to do it. Child abuse. We do not condone the events of child abuse here at ABW Productions. And
Regardless
Tech
of what
Heads.
earlier episodes may or may not say.
Exactly.
Who really liked his sword throw?
His sword throw. Oh yeah, when he's like,
He like threw it from God knows where.
I'm gonna throw it like a boomerang, and it's like
Lodges in guy's face.
Clearly, he's a Jedi.
Jedi.
I mean,
No, don't do that. We're going to get sued by Lucas.
He'll come after us.
No, after you in particular.
Oh, we better not try to make anything in this podcast. Talk about apples too, because Apple will come.
Apples or
apples.
apple?
We can't talk. Don't talk about
Our
applesauce or
Apple juice.
apple juice, apple
Our
cider.
podcast produces sound waves, therefore,
Hey,
Apple will sue us.
What happened
And
to the thing?
we're filming it on a Mac.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, yeah, we are. Shoot. Well, we're already screwed. Why is there a huge spike on there?
Because that's when we got really spiky. In other words, so anything else that you really didn't care for the film, Jeremy? I mean, just annoying boy. What about all the Chinese people they had to go kill?
When was
Are they-
this?
I'm not going to get into that. That's
What?
that's a subject I'm not going to poke.
Oh,
When
let's
was
open
this?
that book. Well, the point is that the Chinese are evil in the movie, and if you
Yeah.
want to try to open up the book of Japanese history and World War II, maybe, and opening the dark books, darkness. and
Let's not get
shadow.
into that.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah,
So,
I'd really rather not mention anything about that.
other than
Why?
the Chinese being the villains in the movie.
It's might racist.
I'm not very good with history. I don't know.
I'm not. I'll explain it to you after the podcast.
After the podcast, there's just a little touchy subject, just a little, but no. Sword of the Stranger.
I was the princess was just why was she, I don't know why she was there. I mean,
Yeah, it felt like that plot didn't
I
need
thought
to.
like she seemed like she knew who the little boy was.
Who's the princess?
I don't. That lady who was playing that harp thing.
Yeah, they're playing the harp, and the blue jacketed, black haired ponytails. Like, if we win this battle, can I get the princess? And he's like the other scruffy.
I know. I remember that, but I don't
With his
remember seeing a
amazing
princess.
sideburns.
Yeah, there was a princess. Like, she was only on screen maybe twice.
Maybe
That
twice.
might have been both the times I looked away.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I can't remember if she made a reference to the little boy or someone else. But I mean, I felt like she knew the kid, but she didn't have a significance, I felt.
Well, I think the whole the one fat guy who got killed, because they shot him and whatnot. Like, his only purpose of the film was like, I want to figure out what these Chinese are doing, and let's kill them / capture one and try to torture him until he starts, spewing these little balls of medicine out, which is funny because after they talk about that's the medicine, you start seeing all the Chinese people start like popping them like candy.
Popping pills.
It's like House. Start popping Vicodin. Not gonna feel anything.
I think the fat guy was there for our amusement, not
our.
Well, I mean, he helped us understand the story a little bit better. But then when he died, it was already at the end of the movie. So I was like, yeah, we already understand it. We don't need you
Let's
anymore.
do Shakespeare and write you off. Death to the infidels. So, yeah, I think
No
that...
sneezing on podcast.
No sneezing on podcast. You'll spike the mic. So, yeah, that part of the film, like I said, not the greatest, or just it's kind of like, what are we doing here? What?
I wish they wouldn't have shown us Mr. Sideburns' family, because then I was a little sad when he died. I'm like, he has a wife and a little baby girl, and now he's dead, and they're not gonna have money because women can't work, and they're just gonna die.
I like how it was so... Like, it didn't matter when he died. Like, he just died. And then it's like pan off screen. Bye.
But you knew once he was fighting blonde-haired guy, you're like, oh, this guy's dead. You just knew.
But the blonde guy
we
didn't
were
even kill
hoping.
him.
We were hoping.
Yeah, I know. He didn't end up killing him, but you just knew it's like, you're not going to live. It's one of those facts. Like he's supposed to fight, no name. That's how it's gonna go. That's the script. It's the way things work.
It's the archetype.
It's the archetype. It's anime.
It's anime.
There are unfortunately archetypes in anime. And
You don't say.
you don't say.
Like, I
You
don't
mean
know.
like the obnoxious plucky child? the obnoxiously quiet but sarcastic protagonist? The plucky, obnoxious protagonist?
Wow.
What?
Deep.
There's nothing deep.
I get you, Jeremy. This was not your thing. This is not your movie. It's just not your movie at all.
Then
No,
again, I did
Jinro
again.
was his movie, and we all hated it.
Oh, did they hate you? Did they hate on your Jinro?
Yes, they did. And again, no, it's not that I hated this movie. It's just that it wasn't my favorite.
But I haven't seen Jinro, so I still need to see that.
He also doesn't like that we talked over most of it.
Bingo.
Bingo. Hey, I would be too. I would have told you to shut up and get out of the room.
No.
Yeah, if I watch a movie and I've not seen it before, it's got to be pretty quiet, and I will pause the movie.
Well,
and kick
we were
people out.
watching it on Mark's computer.
Yeah, I
so
know. Not-
smaller screen. Thought it was kind of interesting, but
Kinda
we were kind of
quiet.
confused too. And then
Yeah, I heard like 30% of that film was just silence.
It
But
was
hey,
all-
I like the soundtrack of Sword of the Stranger.
It reminded me a lot of Mononoke.
Really?
Like, I heard a lot of Mononoke in there.
A lot of it's a completely different composer, but
I know, but I just kept thinking Mononoke.
Okay.
Like every, I don't know.
That
just
just
every
that
single
the
time.
orchestra with
Yeah.
the
I thought it was Avatar.
It was like do do.
Half the time we were going, and then the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, we were doing that the whole time. But
Hey, they were red. The Chinese were wearing the perfect red costume. To be
okay,
the
that
Fire
one
Nation.
guy who had the sword through his neck. Half the movie until he talked, I thought he was a girl.
Oh yeah,
And I
he's
was
the
like,
guy.
oh, they
I
totally
knew
have
it
a
was a dude.
romance. And then it was like,
I thought it was
I have
a-
a man voice. And I'm like, oh, you don't have
I
a romance.
knew it was a guy because it was
I-
like the second or third scene. They're riding on the horses and they're talking to each other. It was the same person.
I didn't know he had a hat
I
on.
knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, it's in the
Thought it
English
was a
voice.
chick.
His English voice actor is the same guy who plays like Light Yagami from Death Note. It's kind of weird.
Right.
Lols.
Oh,
I didn't watch Death Note, so
I love
You
that.
terrible human
Horrible.
being.
Terrible.
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 Hey, I don't like playing Pokemon games with Turtwigs.
who?
Turtwigs.
They're not very good.
There's a
Turtwig?
turtle
Matt,
and
you're
a
just
twig.
terrible. Just
Terrible.
stop.
Terrible.
That and okay, did the blonde guy and No Name know each other
No,
before?
they
Because it
didn't.
seemed like he was like, "Oh, I've seen you before. I'm gonna challenge you because I've tagged you now." Okay.
Tagged you on
Tag?
Facebook.
Yeah,
I told
tag.
you.
Tagged.
No.
Tag.
It
Well,
just seemed
'cause-
like he might have known him from before the way
like
he was
when they were at
acting. Mm-hmm.
the village when he was getting the saddle? No, it's because he wanted to find an opponent. He's like, I can't find an opponent here in Japan. All these Japanese are weaklings. And then, it's like, this one looks good, and throws the little knife back, and it's like, psh, I dodged it. Yeah.
I thought it hit his saddle.
Yeah, he dodged it with his saddle.
Oh, I
Like,
see.
He's like,
What?
psh.
How did?
He had this. He was holding the saddle back, and then he moved it in just the right way so that the dagger wouldn't hit him.
Oh,
And
I
then-
see.
Then
Oh.
then they go on the bridge. And they're gonna have their duel, and it's like, I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon.
The one part in the beginning of the movie, like I didn't realize that he wasn't actually using his blade until he showed that it was all tied up. But like,
Yeah, I didn't
he
know-
totally just crushed that guy's neck, and I'm like, did that go all the way to his spine? Oh my god! Because his head just spins backwards when he falls down. I'm like,
Yeah.
ew, god, ew.
I would probably say that might be a problem with the film too. Like, I didn't really like in that first fight scene and stuff. I never really paid attention whether or not he drew his sword or whether he didn't until they made that notion of, oh, what's this little white charm you've got here that's keeping your sword locked up? I never noticed that until like, oh, I guess you're right. It is Baroni pasta Kenshin, macaroni, whatever. So, hey, don't get me wrong. I love Kenshin, but it's a good old series.
I
Why are we
haven't
talking about
seen it.
food? Stop talking about food. I hate all of you
You hate all.
except for Clara.
Yay!
Hooray!
She's
And
not
the
mean to me.
king.
She's not mean to me.
Yeah.
So, but overall, like I said, I like Sword of the Stranger. I think it's for a good action flick. I mean, it's not supposed to be this incredible, deep, like psychological, whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
but it gets the job done. It tells you a nice little story of help. I gotta get to this temple.
Yeah.
One thing I really did like was the priest. You know, the one priest, when No Name found out that they had sold the boy, or given the boy away, and that one priest was like, oh, sorry.
Are you talking about the
priest
monk
at the
priest?
Yeah, the
dude
monk priest
that
at
sold him out.
Who sold him out? And he's like, what would you have done? You're just the same as me.
Slices the cloth.
That was. Okay, he just kept saying the same thing over and over, and I was getting annoyed. It's like, you're the same as me. You wouldn't have done any different. We're the same person. I'm really redundant.
Yeah, but what I really liked is that, like, I don't know, this is just me who likes darkness and whatnot. It's like when they come back, when the Japanese soldiers come in to check the area, the guy's he hung himself, and it's just like,
I was wondering how he got up in that tree, because he was pretty far off the ground. I'm like, how'd you get up there?
Not only was he far off the ground, if you looked, it wasn't like he tied it somewhere below. It was tied perfectly above him, so it was like somebody else had to do it.
help me, guy! I need to commit suicide.
And the other guy's dead, so I mean,
Okay, yeah, the other guy looked like he was definitely not having a good day.
maybe he pushed the guy over there and
have
stood
a
on his
bad
shoulders or something. Used him as a stool.
That'd be really nasty, but cool.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, that part of the film really spoke out to me. Just seeing that monk killed himself, because you never figured out because that wasn't the same monk at the beginning of the
I'm
film.
pretty sure it was.
Oh, it was.
I think so.
Really, I have to
That
check.
no wait, was that his dad?
Matt,
No, he didn't have a dad.
Oh yeah, his dad's
I
dead.
think I'm really loud because every time I talk, it spikes like crazy.
Spikes like crazy.
Spikes. Spike.
Spikes.
I looked at it
Spike,
earlier and it was
Edward.
like, hey, spike. Everywhere.
So, overall, I like Sword the Stranger. Any final thoughts for you, Chris?
I liked it.
You liked it.
I liked it.
Would you recommend it to people?
I don't know. It depends on what they like.
This is true.
If they like guns and whatnot, then I guess it's not really their style. Because there weren't very many. Although there was that one that just randomly pulls out a rifle. I'm like, wait, so we were using bows, but he has a rifle.
That's not
Where did
cool.
that come
That's
from?
a little unfair.
Yeah, it's like a musket.
Like,
or
where
something.
did he
yeah,
get
it
the
wa-
rifle?
Oh, yeah, it was a rifle.
Just pulls a rifle out. I'm like,
like,
what?
It's target practice time. It's duck hunt.
Okay. Strike
else
me
with
in
a
the
bow.
heart, get shot
then-
from 50 feet away.
What's with the bows? I always had a question about that. Because, like, when you shoot a bow, it doesn't spin. But, yeah, whenever I watch these shows, they shoot and the bow literally goes backwards. And then the arrow goes. If you watch it, when you hold the bow, then the string would be here. When they fire, it's now over there. It just, it flips.
That sounds either like it's an animation error or something else.
No,
Really?
I've
Yeah.
noticed it in like Mononoke too.
Where the
Like they shoot it and then it just flips around. I'm thinking they're doing it to show the force of the arrows.
I'm thinking
or-
it's force. I mean, it's over. Animation is the over exaggeration of stuff. I mean,
Well, yeah.
that's the idea.
like all
'cause,
the blood.
Exactly, like all the blood when you shoot the arrows, they make it look all cool, and it comes, and then when it starts raining down on the people with the fire.
Well, yeah. I thought that was weird. I was like, what?
And the Fire Nation attacked.
How do you...
Hey, I mean, they obviously were the Fire Nation. I mean, they built this temple and they poured chicken's blood all over it. That's why it was red.
Yeah.
That's a lot of chickens.
That's a lot.
That's
of
a
chicken.
lot
But
of
did you
chicken.
see like they just had buckets full of the blood?
Yeah.
It's like, how many? Let's make some lemonade with some chickens. Just squeeze.
Ew.
Squeeze them, Jafar.
Oh god.
Jeremy is a little
Slowly backing away.
slowly backing away.
Don't
Jeremy,
fall,
your
please.
body can
rolling
only go so
away. Bye, Jeremy. Don't fall down the escalator.
Hope you find
if you
your
do, write
dad.
me in
Bye,
the will.
Gigi.
Bye, Gigi.
You get nothing.
I get nothing. Oh, that's sad. So, and then Clara, you said you.
I liked it a lot. I would recommend it to people. I don't know. I just thought of it now, but I would like the movie more if the little boy was actually a little girl. I feel like he had more of a little girl's attitude, like just his little whininess. I'm like, you're like a girl. You're really whiny.
You're
You
a
would be better as a
girl.
girl.
It's a girl.
Well, that and like the fact, like the stereotypical, oh, girl gets captured, girl sacrificed for monsters and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
then we'd have all these people like, oh, that's sexist. And
whatevs.
whatevs. We already know Jeremy didn't care for the film. And then, like I said, I enjoyed it. Like I went to see this in theaters when it originally came out. Like it came out on like a 1 day, 1 night dealio where it's like, go see this movie.
I didn't hear about it.
So, and I did, and it's like, I loved it. So, I guess that concludes our topic of sort of the stranger. But I guess real quick, since we forgot to mention at the beginning, anyone been watching any animus?
Yes, Fate Zero.
Fate Zero. Well, you guys are doing a podcast on that. Podcast.
I would have watched it regardless of podcast.
Really? Would you
Yes.
recommend me to? Because the problem is it's got this thing, this stupid brother called Fate Stay Night. Which
You don't have to watch Fate Stay Night. Just watch Fate Zero.
I know, but it leads into it, so it's really
How
hard.
many
Not
episodes
really.
are Fate Zero again?
I mean, yeah, it leads into it, but if you don't like it or you heard it was bad, just don't watch it. That's what I'm not
I
doing.
watched all of it though, which my point is I watched
You watched all of Fate Stay Night?
Fate Stay Night like 2-3 years ago.
Then
And
watch Fate Zero because it's like
How many
20
episodes?
times better.
It's like 25. It's
25.
25. The problem is it leads in. It has to set up this. What about the last episode? I've heard the last episode's not that great because
The ending is
Eh.
weird.
because
it
it has
doesn't
to
just
set
e-
the stage for Fate Stay Night, and
It
that's
doesn't
the
just
problem.
end. It's just weird.
Because that's the problem. It has to lead into its stupid brother.
Everything up to that
series.
though is not only awesome. It's you know the story because the story is pretty basic. It's not like really weird surprise. It's literally all the hero experience that you can come up with are in this show, and you get to see them and fight and everything. It's just really cool.
So you would recommend it then,
Well, yeah.
obviously. Clara, anything you've been watching recently or?
Alright.
Ever since I got Pokemon Black last Saturday, it's been taking up my life. But I mean,
Eating your life.
eating my life. But like,
What's life?
because I don't have my on demand up here, I don't watch a lot of anime as I used to.
Wait a minute. I bought Guild Wars 2, and I have no life. You should still be able to watch shows.
I mean, like, I have to go online for stuff, and I don't do that because I'm playing Pokemon. So, but I do read more than I watch because I like reading and at my own pace, and I don't have to sit there for 5 minutes waiting for reactions from everyone to make a gasp noise. But I mean,
Hey, it's why I don't watch Moe, the anti-Moe. I'm the Moe assassinator.
we know.
No, you're not.
We
Yes,
know.
I am.
You just like to make fun of it.
No, I hate it.
No,
He
you
actually
just
loves it. He actually has.
Thanks, Jeremy. We're gonna really go this way.
Oh yeah.
Really-
He actually has DVDs of Pretty Cure
Oh,
in his
what
house.
was that? Just claw my eyes out. Just kill me now. Just, see that
Why
ledge over
would
there,
you-
Baker? Just let me jump off. Just let me break through this glass. And just, let me go.
But like I've been
Okay.
reading a Halloween manga because on the website I'm at, they have a Halloween section every year. It gets updated. I think it's like Pontus or something, or it's something like that. I can't remember the exact name. It's a game, but it has like a secret level that one of the brothers who made it put in there, and they have a Kokeshi doll, which is a doll that supposedly has a spirit of a child that was killed for sacrifice in it, which the brother stole from somewhere and he put it in the game, so it's like a cursed Kokeshi doll. And the doll, the level gets unlocked by one of the main character girl's friend, and she ends up getting killed by this person because she tells her friend about the game.
I'm lost.
It's weird. And so then her friend goes to the dead girl's house and gets the game and plays it and meets this little boy who was killed, which is the spirit of the Kokeshi doll. And so she, along with their art teacher and their other teacher whose boyfriend was killed by the game too, they go and try to get the doll back. And the ending confused me because they're walking away, and then the spirit of the father of the little boy who actually killed him appears and like has a sickle flying towards the art teacher's neck, and then that's the end. And I'm like, so are they dead? I don't know. This only has 200 pages, so I don't think they're gonna make a second one. So I mean, I'm never gonna know.
Never gonna
That's
know.
what I've been reading.
Hey,
though.
but you like it. And
I
that's the
liked
point.
it. It was nice.
And Jeremy, how are things with you? Other than exams, yar har.
He doesn't know what life is.
But
The last time I saw him was last night, and we got dinner. I think that's the most I've seen of Jeremy in a while.
Yeah.
Jeremy, do you exist when you leave this room? Or do you become this being that just like...
You see, I actually fade into the ether for the most part. I just try to spread my consciousness about, just trying to learn as much as possible before my next exam. Then I reform myself.
So this body of yours is only a container that you use to...
This isn't even my final form, you might say.
Oh, God.
I can't wait for final exams.
His final form will be revealed. Only another 5 more weeks or so.
6.
Actually,
Kenny has exams on the 12th. So I think that's a whole nother week. So it's like 6 to 7.
hooray!
I just
know,
had a
right?
Japanese
I'm actually kinda
midterm
happy.
last week.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. I don't know how I did.
I already know
I'm
I did.
concerned.
I did better.
I
but
gotta
not
fix
as
some
good as I
stuff.
wanted to.
Are you sure you did better, Matt?
I did better.
Are you sure?
I think I can take a number and compare it to another number and see which one's higher.
It's like
Are you
I'm
sure
A
about
on my
that?
first
I'm
one.
positive.
Are
you sure?
I'm not a
about
math
that?
major, but I think I can. I'm in this.
See,
thing
I'm not
called
sure.
think
I'm
you
not sure.
can.
Business
think you can.
administration. I'm in business administration. I think I can figure it out.
See, I still don't think you can do it.
I don't think you can.
I think I'll do okay in business law.
I don't think so.
Go away, Chris. And then I guess for me, I've just been watching more One Piece. Where is the One Piece? I like One Piece.
See, the One Piece is
It's
actually
everywhere.
their friendship, and that's the whole
It
treasure.
better
If that,
not be.
if that happens, I
the
will
journey
just
that
laugh
matters.
so hard. I will.
It's the journey, not the destination.
It possibly could, because the whole reason, like, Gold Roger's, like, the reason he, like, if you want to go into a little bit of the story, the whole reason he gives himself up and stuff is because he wants this revolution to go against the world government. He doesn't like the world government because the world government's really evil and corrupt. They basically blow up islands just to make sure you don't know about history and stuff.
And stuff.
Well, there's this thing called, like, the Void Century that nobody knows what happened in this one century that was obviously terrible. And basically the idea is that, like, everything used to be futuristic, but it's, like, it's almost like the apocalypse happened. And
So it's a post-apocalyptic world, which is why everything is flooded.
Pirates.
could be. But the point is the world government wants to, like, hide, like, everything.
So
like,
what? Oh my God! I just realized something. This is One Piece is actually secretly set in the same world as the Wind Waker,
Dear God, save us all.
Win.
and the One Piece is actually the Triforce.
If I really hope this happens now.
But, yeah, so the point is the world government's evil, and, yeah, it's good. It's like, government being
okay.
evil? I can dig that. I like a show about
Shit,
that.
you
Okay, Matt.
So,
The government's always evil.
evil. So, well, I think that wraps up episode 15 of, Shredded Cells, folks.
Oh, shredded cells. What?
Shredded Cells? We're shredding the cells. So, well, you can, thanks to everybody for coming to talk about Sword of the Stranger, even though some of us didn't talk much because we disliked the film.
Hey.
GG. So,
This will be the last time that you hear from Matt, because I will kill him.
I will be dead.
I'll watch.
Well, actually, I will be dead for a little while, probably till next semester, folks. So
He's not coming back. I'm making sure that he doesn't come back.
He's not coming back until Easter.
So yes, Shredded Cells is part of it's a podcast of tech heads. You can find us on our blog, our Twitter, our Facebook, and I think there's a fourth one, but I keep forgetting what that fourth one is.
MySpace.
Yeah, we got MySpace because everyone uses
Facebook,
MySpace.
Twitter,
I don't even have a MySpace.
iTunes.
Oh wait, yeah, it is iTunes. Yeah, there we go. That's what you need to find the podcast. So if you don't even have victory.
So we wonder why we have no listeners. Well, it's because Matt always tells them the wrong place to go.
So that's all, folks.
This product is copyright AVW Productions 2012.